Hey and welcome back to the channel. I'm Amani Forrester, author of the book 30 Reasons Why Men Deserve Nothing. It's available right now on Amazon and it's free to read if you have Kindle Unlimited. We also have a Patreon now for videos and deep dives that might be a little too much for YouTube. Links are in the description. Also, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but many of you are being unsubscribed without your knowledge or consent, so please make sure to check that you're still subscribed and hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. So, F Around and Find Out season has just gotten started, Trump isn't even in office yet, and some MAGA supporters are already feeling the consequences of their vote. For example, there are MAGA men who just now realized you can't vote against your girlfriend or wife's human rights and expect her to brush it off as a simple difference of opinion. These males are finding themselves suddenly very single, and honey, I am here for it. I found a Reddit story that perfectly illustrates the Trump supporter to single lonely male pipeline. Let's get into it.
So OP writes, am I the a-hole for calling off my engagement after my partner revealed he is MAGA? She says, my fiance and I have been together since 2013 when we met in college. He struggled to get a well-paying job, and during his long bouts of unemployment must have been radicalized to blame everyone else. I chalked it up to depression and tried to get him help with therapy. I paid for him to return to school to become a nurse too, but he still has not completed the prereqs after 7 years. He currently works gig jobs while I am a nurse in California, making close to $400,000 a year, working a full-time and a part-time job. I was hoping to save up enough to not have to work after having a baby, since I cannot rely on him. We were planning to get married next year and wanted to try for a baby. He knows I am very liberal and all about women's rights. He never openly expressed support for MAGA itself until after Trump won and said Trump will help the economy and finally allow him to get a good job. I told him that it was the easiest time to get a job in the past 20 years in 2021, yet he couldn't. I am not giving into sunken costs and staying. And he didn't know, but he did make offhand comments before on women losing their worth the older they get. And when I questioned him, he said it was a joke. The past week has been miserable, listening to him talk nonstop on how great Trump is and how he will turn everything great again. I had it and gave him notice to leave by the end of the month, and we're through. He said it's unfair and told me it's stupid to give up on us over just politics. The very fact that he said that solidified the notion that he is so clueless and our values are too different. He will likely have to move back into his parents' home or be homeless since he makes less than $35,000 a year in the most expensive region in the USA. Am I the a-hole for throwing away my relationship of 11 years over politics? I wish politics was boring again. Let's get into the comments. So, B Bookworm writes, even without the MAGA thing, why are you even with this man? Sergame105 said, not the a-hole. I think you should have left him about 7 or 8 years ago, but it's never too late. Congratulations on your freedom from that loser. Beck 2010 wrote, let's see here. You've paid for his schooling, he blames his joblessness on others, you carry him financially, nothing has changed for 11 years. Frankly, it took you way too long to relieve yourself of this burden. His MAGA-ness was simply the last straw. Kick him out, block him, move on. And the last comment I'll read is from a user called Training Package 6761 who said, you are not ending your relationship because of politics. You are ending it because he is absolutely a loser hobosexual who is happy to use you as long as you let him. If you want to use MAGA as the last straw, be that as it may, but this is not even close to the biggest issue. Get him out and move on quickly. She made an update to her post and said, last night, he threatened to unalive himself when the gravity of the situation hit him. His mother is babysitting him at her house to avoid a 5150 while I work. His father is packing up his belongings and will move them out of my house by the end of the week. It is over. I am letting him be MAGA. I cannot support someone who supports a rapist, pedophile, felon, etc., and who wants to take away my rights. He knows I am a SA victim. Majority of our friends are cutting ties with him after they learned of the reason for the breakup. Luckily, his parents are extremely left even by my standards, so they may get a better balance on news instead of just the conservative forums he frequents. People grow apart, and we grew apart. One can break up for any reason, or no reason at all. I simply asked if I was the a hole to do it, not if it was right or wrong. Men are justified for breaking up with women if she gets fat, but if the woman breaks up over morale differences, it's wrong. I couldn't agree with her more. And no, it's not wrong to break up over morals. You can break up for any reason. No one should be forced to stay in a relationship that no longer aligns with them. Being a MAGA supporter, especially when you have close relationships with women, is bad enough. But OP's ex showed a clear lack of morals and respect for her, too. No healthy relationship can flourish without them. Not only is her ex a gold digger, but he has zero ambition for his own life with no interest in pursuing work or school. He was hoping OP would become his mommy wife and put up with his gross misogyny. Anyway, kindly share your thoughts in the comments, but please keep things respectful. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
I found a very interesting story that comes straight out of the Leopards Ate My Face subreddit. And let me say up front that I fully recognize that Trump's government is going to hurt everyone in America, not just the MAGA supporters. Everyone's going to feel the effects, unfortunately, whether you voted for him or not. But for those who stood on the right side of history, there's a bit of satisfaction in seeing the irony unfold. These folks really voted against their own rights and well being, and now they're shocked that they're facing the consequences. It's hard not to get a little chuckle out of it when they realize it's not just others suffering, it's them too. So, this post is entitled Eggs Are Too Expensive, Say Trump Voters. And this post, it looks like it came from Blue Sky. Are you guys on that app, by the way? Let me know. But, anyways, this person named F.P. Wellman says, from a friend, someone I know had a meeting with a Trump agriculture transition team member. This person said, surely you're not going to impose tariffs on food imports. He responded, why wouldn't we? And my person said, because about 30% of the food Americans regularly consume cannot be grown here. And this will cause widespread food shortages. Think coffee, cacao beans, many fruit and veggies, especially off season and tropical. The Trump transition team member said, maybe Americans shouldn't eat those foods. Like, my jaw was on the floor when I saw that. Like, for real? So, they're just cool with people just starving. The apathy. For real? This is what people voted for. In order to save a little bit of money on eggs, you're probably going to have year round food shortages. That's wild. Chocolate. Y'all. I hope it was worth it. I really do. I really hope it was worth it for these MAGA supporters. Let's get into the comments. So one person writes, nothing says make America great again like a potato famine. Oh my gosh. That's horrible. Another person says, famine helps build character. Another person says, well, I mean, if foods are so expensive you can't buy them, then your grocery bill will go down, right? Right? Very logical. Very rational. This is just terrible. Another person says Trump is saving us money on our grocery bills by not having groceries at all. Plus, we all get to lose that pesky freshman 15 that ballooned to 50. We all get to be our high school weight again. Right? Because you don't have access to food. That's insane. Another person says, I can't wait until all these people have to go without their morning coffee because it's too expensive. Another person says, LMAO sounds a lot like Matt Gaetz' suggestion for seniors who need discounted insulin. Stop being fat. Did he really say that? This person says, if you think eggs are expensive now, just wait until you see their cost after Trump destroys the economy by deporting millions of agricultural workers. Period. Then again, people are saying, hey, don't worry, maybe those are the black jobs he was talking about. This person wisely said, stock up while you can, I guess. On veggies and fruit? How long will that last? This person says, I'm convinced that when wealthy people say Americans, what they really mean to say is poor people. And someone corrects them and says peasants. So yeah, just leopards eating more people's faces. Seriously though, this is really disturbing. Maybe Americans shouldn't eat those foods. I'm speechless. Y'all get in the comments and tell me what you think of this nonsense. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.